It has been a tough few hours for Manchester United captain Harry Maguire. While on vacation in Mykonos in Greece, he was charged with aggravated assault, resisting arrest and bribery. Numerous accounts of attempted bribery after an incident at a nightclub and then a police station after allegedly his sister was injected with a substance. It's still very murky, the situation around this right now. He's been given a suspended 21-month sentence. He's returning home now. He's denying them. He will appeal. The club says he will appeal. But listen, there must be cameras somewhere, footage. We don't know what happened. That's not even the issue right now. But as a former footballer, you understand that you are a target and your family's a target as well. Is there sympathy to a certain point for Harry Maguire here?
Yes, and again, we don't know the whole truth, and it's probably somewhere in the middle, as it usually is. I think this is a great lesson for a lot of young players at big clubs, especially the microscope that you're under, and the fact that even a guy like Alphonso Davies, 19 years of age, looking at his thing like with Maguire, that let that be a good lesson to you that, you know, everybody loves you at the moment until they don't love you anymore, or they don't want, they're, you know, jealous of something and they're going to come for you. We've had that, haven't we, Ricky? I mean, in England, it's intense. Oof. You know, there's a lot of fans.
The nights out.
The nights out, right, yeah. Well, London and Ipswich. Yeah. Ipswich isn't too bad, but.
Well, let's hear now from England manager Gareth Southgate, who spoke about it earlier today. He named actually Maguire in his squad for matches coming up.
We recognise that if you're a player with England that has a profile, and there are expectations and there is also attention and focus that goes with that, and clearly if you're the captain of a club like Manchester United, that's the same. So he's fully aware of that. And, you know, I think it's the same for all of our players, really. We know that there's a responsibility in wider society. We have a fantastic connection with our fans. He's been a big part of that over the last couple of years. And I think he's very conscious of his responsibilities. At this moment in time, he will be very keen to just get back training and playing football. So, you know, I think when you're playing with England and you're playing at a club like Manchester United, you're always in the spotlight. There's always pressure on your performances. So that's not a new situation for him to be in. The specifics of this obviously are, but he's more than capable of dealing with everything.
Well, Maguire has since withdrawn from the England squad, and you keep hearing the word responsibility there. And again, we don't know the full details of what happened here, but families involved. And we saw Eric Dyer this past season at Spurs attack a fan who was essentially berating and attacking his brother in the stands. Mm-hmm. You know, in this case, allegedly his sister was injected with a substance. You can understand why he may have lost the plot a little bit here, but still, you have to realize the name on your back, right? And that you are representing not just your club, but also your country.
Yeah, yes and no. I think it's very easier said than done. Like I said, if someone's is attacking your sister, injecting her, giving her a pill of some sort, you're gonna react. You're not thinking Man United. You're not thinking England. You're not thinking I'm skipper. You're thinking my sister and to protect. And so I have a little bit of sympathy for him, just because we don't know the reason why he was arrested and the fact that he's been taken out of the squad. Because I've been in situations when I was playing back in the day, and sometimes you're with your mates, you're out, and something goes down, and your mates reacting from natural instincts. And where I was from, which was a rough area, they react in a rough way, I'm caught up in the melee, and then all of a sudden, it gets back to the club that Roman was here, maybe didn't do anything. So, and I think people need to understand, footballers, we're just human beings at the end of the day. So we live regular lives, but we're going to be scrutinised a bit more. But I would say that people need to understand that he's just a regular guy, and he's probably protecting his sister.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun being a star, but there's also comes some sacrifices to that as well. Some places that you should not go. Mykonos is one of those places. Yeah. It's full of English drunk people.
Why is that?
Yeah, there's all these English drunk people, and they're a nightmare.
The police have a certain feeling towards the tourists there? Is that what you're saying? Yeah?
Yeah. And rightly so, they're a disaster.
They really are, they really
right?
are. But the sad part is, though, that this is an example, once again, of the gap growing between the fan and the professional footballer, you know, and footballers get criticised so much for being aloof and the alienation between them and the fans, but you can't blame them from seeing these incidents and saying, why would they want to put themselves in that position?
Yeah.
Separate.
You got to read the situation too. You got to know what you're doing. But like I said, there is certain sacrifices that you have to take because you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're going to put yourself in front of hundreds of potential fans, and you're recognized not just in your own country, but around the world. When you're playing for clubs like these, you're being recognized around the world.
Was there ever a time that you had to say, do you know who I am? I'm Craig Forrest.
No, never said that.
Tell the truth, Craig. Not once?
Never.
All right.
Never used it. Never used it because it wouldn't work, and then I'd be heartbroken.
It's because everyone knew who you were. That's what it was.
I've had to use that a lot of times growing up
Craig
where I was
Forrest.
from. No, yeah, I imagine it. But when growing up in South London, there was a lot of times I was stopped. And there's times when you have to say to them, look, just to quickly get out of the way, look, my name's Ron Ricketts, I play for X, Y, Z team, and that's it. And it usually does work. And then the odd time when you use it in the wrong place and it don't work, and you're bang in trouble.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, and again, like we said, I said it before 1,000 times. We don't know the details here, but from what I've read, what I've seen, I have got a bit of sympathy for him in this case. And there's a lot more to this story, I think, and we'll learn a lot more as time goes by.